the godfather of research.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though?
I'm glad y'all tuned in. We about to get the show started. Yeah. Dr. Clyde Winners and Yoshi. Yeah. Then and now. We talking about back in the day and right now. Yeah.
Now let's introduce Yoshi Mod the Genius and Dr. Clyde Winters, the godfather of research.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though?
What up? We in here, brother. We in here.
Yes, sirs. So how you been doing there, Yoshi?
Man?
I'm doing fine, and you?
I'm real good. I'm real good. Good to see you, Baba. What's up? What's up?
Nothing too much, man. Just trying to keep it real. Trying to keep the naysayers away.
That's a job within itself, man.
You got that right. You know, just I'm excited about tonight because tonight we're going to talk about your book, The Bloom, and you know, when I've been trying that I'm gonna tell you, family, he's got another book that he showed me that's even more beautiful. He's got another book, and but you know, Yoshi, why you want to just tease the public? Why you want to just tease the family?
You know how they say the tip. Just put the tip in. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm just putting a tip in right now. I'm just testing out the waters. These are new territories for me. Writing books is new. I mean, I'm an author. Hold up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, it's one thing to write a song and you know you get it put out there on the media. It's another thing to actually create a book that can inspire children. I'm selling out the trunk. You know, I'm buying bulk, selling out the trunk. I mean, I already talked to my people, and we like, man, we about to flood the city with it. And in the process of doing that, I'm creating the other book, and that's called, because I got the book for the girls. Yeah, I got your girls, and I also got to touch on y'all young men, and that book is gonna be called The Gang Gang, and that story is real personal to me. And that story is about a young guy father, which was a gang member, and he tried to teach his son the gang life activities, and the dad ended up passing on, and the son, instead of him embracing the gang mentality, he ended up teaching everybody else, like, nah, y'all don't have to go that route. You don't have to be in the gang. You don't have to do all this to lose your life. Yeah. But so I got for the boys and I got for the girls, The Bloom. The Bloom is a story. It's about an Egyptian goddess. It's a magical goddess based on a true story of an Egyptian goddess. And that's the foundation of the book. And then I have, you know, wonderful pictures that I put into, you know, the play to kind of keep the kids entertained. You know,
if you got, you know, you might want to, you know, if it's being published by Kindle Press, you want to maybe want to order about 20 author copies.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Usually get those for cheaper, and then maybe go around to the schools in Houston. Go to the schools, ask to talk to the principal. Call them up first. Don't go in unless you call.
Don't just go in.
No, sir, because then they're gonna have the security at the door.
True.
Who is this brother coming at the door?
Yeah. Hey, Teresa Miller, thank you so much for all the support. After the last show, she's a big donator, so I want to thank you so much. Every dollar goes a long way. And I really thank you for your support. It really keeps me moving. It keeps me focused on this. I mean, hey, if I can get a couple of bucks to handle up and buy groceries and knock out some food so I can knock out these books, man, I'm showing more gratitude. I don't know how much I can thank you, but I really want to appreciate your support personally from me to you. Thank you, Teresa Miller. You thank you.
Because see,
Brother Lewis,
family,
what's up?
family, the book is fantastic.
Ah!
Fantastic. Kind of, I'm gonna try to see what I can do here in the Chicagoland, but kind of go around to the schools, let them see the book, and if you got any copies, let them have a copy, and say,
Yeah.
why don't you use this in your school, and tell them you'll give them a discount, maybe
Yes.
give 'em maybe a 20% discount because you can get them cheaper when you order them yourself.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
you write about that and you hit me up to that. And I talked to one of the schools around here and she said, yeah, we could put it in our library.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Eh, yeah, put that in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah. See what's up. But you
And
know,
then what you might want to do is that you could tell the people that call the schools up and tell them that you have that you can do in-service training.
in service training.
What in-service training is that you go to the school and you talk to them about how to maybe incorporate literature to help the kids to learn more about their identity. Go to the black schools, see what
Right.
happened.
Right.
And you never know. See, you never know, man. Education is good, bonus is better. That's what my wife told me, and it's so true. You know,
I
you
can
never
teach
know.
the children because like I think that's like the training. I can teach the children how to create their own book, and at the end of the year, every child in class should come out with a book.
Yeah, but the
That's
main
the
thing
goal.
is that you have to kind of talk to those administrators, and hopefully it won't be any AKAs around.
I know that's right. I'm gonna look out for them. This is new in my
No,
field, so with
no,
a new field come new territories, new points where you say, "Nah, don't go there. We don't go
don't.
there. Danger
Nah,
zone." So
they
yeah,
don't
thank
know
you.
me, but
Yeah.
don't mention to an AK. I was talking to Dr. Witters, and he said, "Don't talk to you guys." No, it's just that in Chicagoland and in many parts of the country, a lot of AKAs are in education. A lot of them are principals, assistant principals. Most of them okay. They're usually very attractive women and stuff. But I mean, hey, the thing is this though is that I found that a lot of them they go off what's popular. They don't really try to think about the children, the black children. They don't really think about in a sense,
They go
you
on
know,
trends. Huh?
yeah, they go on popular trends mainly from the European,
Yeah,
you know,
they follow
and
that.
so a lot of times, they because they help each other get these positions as principals. A lot of times they be in control of stuff,
Man,
because
I don't want to be around them.
they're
They're kind of controlling the curriculum. If I don't want to be around a school that sees what I'm trying to do and they don't see a benefit in it as far as, well, we'll let you come in here, but you want us to buy your book? What we'll do is we'll use it for free. We'll get
no, they
in.
can't use it for free.
Mm-mm. We
See,
don't
but
want nothing like that.
that's why I said if you call them up and you say that I've written a children's book and I'd like to, hey, that's cool.
Oh
Say
yeah, I got cards. So I'm not
oh,
new to this hustling thing. I used
hey,
to sell mixtapes, Baba. So back in my 20s, I go make a tune, put it on CD, get on my bicycle, and hit up every store in Houston, just so I could eat. So this is like new to me. I ain't never
wow.
heard a rapper saying that he got a book for sale, and it's not just for the Negroes that's with the pants down. It's for the children, some substance. So I made little business cards.
Well, if you got the card, man, send it to every
Hey,
school. Go to
that's
the
what I'm gonna
white ones,
do.
black ones,
Yeah,
Mexicans.
it's going
Yeah,
everywhere.
yes, sir.
I had to update the book because I'm gonna give y'all an insight. When I wrote the book and I put the book out,
Mhm.
um, I didn't know that my family was gonna like really encouraged me. I didn't know it. I just thought that this was gonna be something like, you know, how I make a song or I make a commercial and I show them and they're like, oh, good job. Okay. But this right here, this made the family. I mean, they looking at me and they appreciate it. And I had to go in and revise it because I did not thank a lot of you. I
It's so
didn't.
beautiful.
I didn't know the power of it. And the new copy that y'all will get is gonna have a big thank you to everybody up in there from me to y'all. The new edition that I have coming out is coming out. It should be coming out in like 3 more days, and it'll have the right thank yous. What's up, Tons Five? It'll have the right thank yous in there. It had a right, because I had to thank Baba. I didn't put you up in this one, but I put you in the next one because I had to let the world know you was the reason that it actually came to the physical.
I'd rather
Thank
be the
you.
man in the background.
He had to be the man saying, hey, Yoshi, you can do this. Put this out there. Put this out there. So I wanted to make that known. And also, I didn't thank my mother in this. I didn't thank my wife or my son. Like I said, I didn't know. But then when they read it and they was like, man, this is a good book.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, I need to give my thanks. This is, hey, look, I didn't know this was gonna win an Oscar. Look, let me get my my thank yous in place and let me stand up right and hold it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't imagine. And that is my point to y'all. Everybody that's in the audience is whenever you're creating something, I need you as the creator to take it as serious as a heart attack, as if you're getting an Oscar from it, as it's gonna have a Grammy award behind it, as people are gonna take it and they're gonna take it personal. All right. So that was a big wake up call for me, Baba. So I know what you do in your books. I see it. It's in and out. You got everything right. But when I did mine, I didn't think of doing that. And now I see.
Yeah.
Everything you create, put your all into it.
But
you never know.
But this is the thing about me is that for some reason, everything I do always have at least 1 or 2 mistakes. I don't like that. But everything I do always have at least 1 or 2 mistakes. Mm-hmm. And I don't really deal with that. But see, but what I love about you, Yoshi, is this creative spirit, your ability in a sense to do your own research and then create these this iconography, create these images, these visuals that can really impact upon how people view the world. And that book is so beautiful. I can't wait to see the next edition. Let me know when they let you know it's ready, and I'll order another copy.
Oh no! I gotta what I'm gonna do for you, Baba. I'm gonna do for you that I should have did with this one. I'm gonna send it to you personally with my autograph in it. I'm gonna write in it and send it to you personally with my autograph. And yeah, that's personal.
That's great. That's great because see that way after you sell your 1,000,000 copies, then they'll be saying, "Hey, you can say it's an old nigga with an autograph copy."
There
you
can
go. Talk to him and he might
sell. Worth millions. Worth millions. Worth millions.
See,
thank you, Bob. I got you, man. I got you, Dr. Clyde.
Yeah, but the main thing, Yoshi, is that education is good, but boldness is better. You got to get out there. You got to get out there. You got to get your work out there in front of the public. I remember when I first published my first article back in the day, and when I published my first article back in the day, Teresa Miller said, "Yoshi Mod, be patient with yourself. You have a good heart, and are always looking out for Black and brown people." True. But I remember when I published my first book, my first article way back in the day, what got me is that, see, Yoshi, is that in publishing that book, you're affecting people that you'll never meet. A lot of those people you will never meet, and yet they're going to be influenced by that. Children, adults, they're going to be influenced by that. And that's a lot of power. People don't understand it. That's why you write. You write because the fact is that you're influencing people. Some you know, some you'll never know. Some you'll never know, you know.
That's right.
And I know that you had another book that I had seen earlier. What made you decide to publish this one first?
The reason why I published this one first is because the first of all, the foundation of it, and it's a Kemet foundation. Another reason why I published it was one of the. All right, so a friend of mine named MC Class, big shout out to you. He got with me, and he hired me to be a digital marketer for one of his artists, and his artist name is Sister Andito.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now Sister Andito didn't want, it was a lot going on with her, and we decided to animate her and create another background for based off her music. She inspired me when I was listening to her music. It inspired me to conjure up different marketing ways on how to advertise her. But one thing that stood out from her music was it was so positive and it had so much of an impact within my soul. And I seen a children's book. Now, MC Class didn't see that. After I was done marketing and I started promoting her, and I have videos for her, and I did the album cover for her front and back, and then we did the vinyl. And the more I got into it, the more he was kind of like, all right, you want to make a one sheet, you want to learn about metadata, you want to learn how to track your music, so he's giving me the background information. All the while I'm looking at, man, how can I really put this story out there? Because the music, this book was to grasp the children's attention so they can follow up with the music. Because the music is man, when y'all hear Sister Andito music, it inspires it inspires you to do better. I'm sorry. It makes you feel good. It makes you want to do better. It just gives you that confidence that although we are POWs, we ain't lost. You know what I mean? Like, we're still in this, we're still kicking it, we're still doing it, and there's still good coming from us. That really helped me out a lot with creating this book. And when I created it, I noticed that I created a entity of its own. I didn't know it. The bloom is not only something that has the foundation of Kemet, ancient Kemet, and it teaches youngsters about the world of Kemet, and it gives you little roots in it. Like right here, it says, whenever her roots touched the parched earth, water flowed forth as if by magic. So what I'm saying in this is, whatever she touched, in ancient Kemet, her radiant, powerful entity who embodied the forces of nature. So I'm letting kids know that be one with nature, be one with music, be one with yourself. And not only that, it's showing that in the future, she not only, can inspire little children, but for the whole of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even to this day, we're using her words and we're planting seeds all over the world. Now, when you hear the song The Bloom, you're gonna hear everything in this book, and it will inspire you to kind of, it inspired the little kids to kind of, they want to go out there and grow some, they want to be good, but that's a subliminal to your heart, your nurturing, your love. Women are supposed to be nurturing, caring, loving, strong, have the courage and everything, and they're not supposed to be just thoughts. And I think that if we want to save the future, it starts with the children. And as much as we complain about what Sexy Red and the adults on what they're doing, Megan and the Stallion, um, we gotta understand that in order to counterattack that, we gotta focus on the children. Another reason why I started focusing on children, I had it in my brain to do it, but I had more inspiration from Ton Spa. Believe it or not, Ton Spy. Yeah, Ton Spy. Nah, you can't believe it. He's a teacher. He's a drummer. He teaches the kids all the time. He's always around children, and he's a great inspiration to being an impact for children and helping them out. And he has a album that he put together, and it's for the babies. It's for the toddlers. And hearing his music inspired me to keep creating, because with his music, he's going to create stories behind that and books behind that. He did it the opposite. No, he did it the same way. He created the music, and then we put the visions out there. So he did the same thing, but it's going to be with his personal music that he created. Now, with Sister Andito and putting it all together, of course, Dr. Clyde got with me, and I read him the story, and he was like, "Man, you got to put it out there." Now, I have the Bloom, which is this right here. I have the Bloom coloring book. All right, which is I'm gonna make two of them, side by side. You could pick up both of them for 20. Then we have the Gang. That's a story about gang members with children's and how it impacts children. I have another book called Special Olympics, and that speaks on the different with special needs children, on motivating them to try it for the Olympics and never give up. I got another book called Wash That Spiritual Mess Off. And Wash That Spiritual Mess Off is one of the books that I read to Dr. Clyde at one point, and it explains about doing spiritual work, and there are certain rituals that you can use to wash spiritual work off. Maybe you have done too much spiritual work. Maybe you have embedded too much entities in your life that you need to kind of, all right, where is the voice coming from now? All right, get back, you get back, you get back. So let me start from scratch. I also got a book called Chasing the Enigma. That is a biography that I wrote for myself. And all the book writing started with Chasing the Enigma. And Chasing the Enigma is a biography that I created. I have a video based on it, and it speaks about the hardship in my life. And I also have a music video behind that. So there's a small documentary with a music video. So there's the song, the soundtrack to it, and then I'm gonna have a book. And I already had a book cover out. I just gotta go in and take it serious, like I'm asking y'all to do. I have another book coming out called Kawak Fa Po, and that is me explaining what the blue solar storm is, based on Dr. Winter's teachings of the Olmec, and it's going by the Zocan calendar, 260 span, 13 moon cycles. And I will be explaining that in the book on how to read the calendar, why we chose that calendar over the Gregorian calendar, and I will kind of give a insight on the law of time based on the Olmecs. Right along that, I have Olmec Dome. That's a book that I'm coming out with based on Dr. Clyde video, the Olmec heads, and it's gonna have. I want to teach the children on the reason why the Olmec heads was there. Who do they look like? Who are they referring to? And actually give the children a real in-depth background on who the Olmec are, which is gonna open up the doors for the movie, the documentary that I got coming out. Is Meet the Olmecs. I believe that's probably what I want to call it. That came off the top of my dome right there. But yeah, I ain't give it a name yet. But Meet the Olmecs. And the Olmecs, it's a film that me and Dr. Winters is collaborating on. And by the looks of things, these books are gonna pay for the film. You know how all the time, fam, we've been saying, man, we gotta support Yoshi. We gotta support Yoshi. Well, guess what? Buy the book, support Yoshi. That money will go to the film that we have coming out with Meet the Olmecs. And that pretty much sums it up. I got a comic book that I'm working on called the Jimmy Lee Stories too. It, like I said, it opened up a lot to me. Alongside that, I have all my music that I have coming out, which is gonna play in on a lot of the books. But my music, a lot of that, I'm gonna have the children's side to it, which will be on ChristIon.com, Christ Ion on Gumroad, Christ Ion on Yahoo, not Yahoo, but on YouTube. And so Christ Ion is the other side of Yoshi Mod Productions. So Christ Ion Films is a film company that I have that everything is taken serious. As far as I'm really pushing the books, pushing the movies, pushing the whole agenda. Yoshi Mod is what y'all seeing, what y'all get right here. You can it has trauma. You can tear the trauma apart, build it up, tear it down, build it up. So this is me, the vulnerable state that y'all see me in, just having fun with y'all, enjoying y'all's company, making good music, making good tunes. But the business side of everything is Christ Ion Films. The reason why it's Christ Ion, it's Christ. My name is Christian, so pleasure to meet y'all. Yeah. So I'm Christian. Y'all know Dr. Clyde Winters. Yoshi Mod is Christian. That's Christ, Christ, and then the ion, the molecule, the ion, and I have that's the reason why I put two and two together. So it's the Christ in you, the ion is the movement behind it. You got to have motion behind it, and like I said, we have the Bloom coloring book, Special Olympics. Wash that mess off. Wash that spiritual mess off. Chasing the Enigma, Kawak Po, Olmec Dome. And I think the Olmec Dome and Kawak Po, both of them books are gonna launch the film who are the Olmec. You know what I'm saying? It'll launch that film out. And I'm working on it, Dr. Clyde. I had the vision last night to do so, and it really inspired me. Like I said, y'all, if y'all have a book and y'all have it written out and y'all want somebody to take it to that next level, I'm that guy. Let's take it to the next level. I'm here with you. I'm gonna run down the process that it takes to create one of these. That's something that I want to do. So I believe our next show, I want to enlighten y'all on, hey, how did you make the book? What is the process of making the book? Because my book consists of a lot of pictures. It does. But also in the book, it has links in there that will lead you to the music as well. So like right here, it has a link that'll lead you to the music. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I put everything together. And then it has in the back where you can find everything at the acknowledgments. The new book that y'all will get is gonna be like lit. But for right now, this is what it looked like. Real tight. So I can help y'all with the digital graphics. I can get that going just by reading the story. The first step you want to do is breaking your story up. And then from every page that you break your story up in, it's a picture. It's a story. It's a way to really enhance that image And then of course, you know, I gotta promote, I gotta put it out there, you know, I gotta, yeah, y'all, you know, take a picture of that when I'm out and about. So if y'all see me in these streets, y'all know I'm out here selling this heat. I'm selling these books, but that is a sum up of why I created the Bloom first. um, I have an artist behind it, and Dito Bloom. Her music is wonderful, and it inspired me. And then it's a trickle effect all the way down the line to Dr. Clyde Winters asking about the book, to Tons Five showing me that he's coming out with a baby album, to Eve get with me and showing me her book and let me know, yeah, Yoshi, it could be done. Do it.
Well,
Yes, Yoshi.
well, I'm gonna
Do
tell
it.
you like it is. I told Eve the other day. I keep hearing about her book. We got to get the book out. Eve, I know you out there. We putting
Okay.
you on the spot. Eve, Eve, get the book out. We
All
got
right.
children's
So,
book.
Eve, you need your book out, right? All right. So, look, you inspired me. I'm gonna inspire you.
Yeah, because Eve be having her. They be having a Sunday school.
Yes.
Sunday school where they talk about stuff. I know. I think you said your son is involved in it, but
Yes, he's in it.
the main thing is this: is that it's family. It's about creativity. It's about sharing with the people, and see that is the beauty. Yoshi made a short video about his the bloom. I'm going to show that. It's only a couple of about a minute.
Yes, man.
Parents looking for a story. Parents looking for a story that would not only captivate your little one's imagination, but would also teach valuable lessons. The Bloom, bedtime story for the young at heart, takes your child on a magical journey to ancient Kemet, where the goddess Sister Andito brings life, love, and healing. Through this enchanting tale, your child will learn the importance of nature, compassion, and positivity, all while discovering the rich history of Kemet. It's a story that inspires self-mastery and love for the world around them, making it the perfect bedtime read for little dreamers. Available on Amazon now, The Bloom not only nurtures young minds, but also supports the FBA community. Grab your copy right now and give your child the gift of adventure of learning. Order The Bloom today on Amazon. Thank you. Hotel.
That's a nice. It's a very beautiful book, very beautiful, and I think that our kids will love it. They'll
Thank
love it because the book is just that good.
Thank
But
you.
again, it's important that we support each other. It's important that we can share. Because Yoshi, over the past couple of weeks, you've been kind enough, in a sense, to talk to people about how to produce various things, how to use various AI, artificial intelligence things, and this is the way of the future. This is the way of the future. And if you missed any of those earlier shows, go back, check them out, and they're on my site, and they're also on Yoshi's site too. So
Exactly.
be supportive, and because see, the thing is, this is that we want to have a very progressive, and when I talk about progressivism, I'm talking about, in a sense, us moving forward, us keeping our children involved, us knowing that the children are the most important things. And that's why I'm so excited about a lot of stuff that Yoshi does, because Yoshi, what he not only, in a sense, tries to be supportive of these beautiful videos that he's putting out to make us think about what's going on in the world. And this is kind of a very important thing. It's kind of hard sometimes, because some people they say they're serious, and they say they're about supporting us and supporting each other, but then you'll find when the deal comes down, they're not there to support each other, or even to support you. And I think that this is very important, in a sense, that when you got a brother that's out there trying, in a sense, to share his work, because he doesn't have to do that, and but again, one of the things that I find very interesting is that is this whole idea that we have to, in a sense, try our best, and we have to try our best we have to try our best in a sense to try to understand reality, because see, when you look at Yoshi Mod's videos, you look at the things that he's doing, it's very important, because he wants us to rise up. He wants us to get to move into to reality. And what is reality? Reality, in a sense, is being able, in a sense, to share with the people, add to our knowledge, and just be a more
rise up, rise up. Whoa. Sick and tired of people fabricating the truth. News tell us one thing now, it's monkey see, monkey do. FBA is here, it's time to liberate with us. Melanated immortals and Amma we trust. Africa unite, we're taking this to the air to fight. We won the battle on the ground. Nature got our backs on now. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Whoa, 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 we won, we won. Whoa, we won, we won. Whoa, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Whoa, we won, we won. We won the war. No time to give up. Teach them, let them know about us. No imaginary stories, it's just for confusion. Protect the kids from their wickedness and all that they're doing. Being black is power, let's lift each other up. Oh, no time to waste. Instead of hating on one another, let's rise up, rise up. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Whoa, 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 be one, be one. Whoa, be one, be one. Be one, be one, be one, one. Be one, be one, one. Whoa, be one, be one. Whoa, be one, be one. Be one. Rise up, black people, rise up. People, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, black people, rise up, rise up, oh, rise up, black people, rise up, black people, rise up, black people, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, black people, rise up, black people, rise up, black people, rise up.
You got to rise up, baby. You got to, in a sense, you got to, in a sense, be ready. They had a commercial coming on called Money Metals. That's where you guys in the crypto market. I know you guys are making all that big money. Give some of that crypto to me.
Right on.
Me. Yeah. And give Yoshi Mod some of that crypto, about 95,000, something like that.
Yeah, 95,000.
Just a little bit, but again, that's the beauty of the thing is that I'm so happy that Yoshi, that you're moving in all types of directions, because see, you don't need to be just stuck in one spot. And yes, it is good to. It is good in a sense when you got a sugar mama or a sugar daddy to bag you up. But the point is that I can tell you from experience that if you keep plugging away and you keep pushing, the family and everybody out there, they're going to see the greatness of your work. And I can't wait to see your documentary that you're doing, because I know it's going to be a masterpiece. Yeah. I'm saving up my money now to buy me a copy. I mean, hey, that's. Damn, if you don't support each other, what you gonna do?
It'll be on Tubi. When I do that documentary, it's going straight to Tubi. I'm locking it straight in. I'm gonna have a presentation up on here for everybody. We'll do our movie night. a whole movie night. So we'll do it on here, and but the main goal is to get that movie on Tubi, because as much as people talk about Tubi, how sorry the movies are, create one and put your sorry movie up on there and have people
Yeah.
talk about that. You know, it when you put it on there, it's a whole nother different vibe.
How do you get your stuff on Tubi?
Easy. Create the movie, have it in the right format. You have to send it to a platform. They have special filmmaking platforms that you are submitted to, and you got to remember Fox owns Tubi. So if everything turns out right to where you submit it and you cross your T's, dot your I's, and you have because you know with every movie you got to have the script. You got to submit your script. You have to have the closed caption. So you got to make sure everything lines up. You got to submit that. That's your SRC something like that. Skirt SRT something. These are terminologies in the filmmaking, but once you do all that, you'll be able to submit the film. Tubi will let you know if it's available. They'll give you however much time limit, you know, let people watch it. The good thing about Tubi, it allows entrepreneurs to make something happen. Like I said, I know a lot of people talk about the bad movies in Tubi, but you have to understand that the government. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand some of the most stupid movies. I'm not even gonna kid y'all. I mean, some of them it's just written very, very bad. And I mean, they killing the kids in it. They killing the wives. I mean, it's no structure. So I'm not gonna give them an excuse, because if they was making history content and it was like telling our story for real, and it was on Tubi, but it was low budget, and you could see the boom in it, the boom, the mic, and all that. I understand, but they're actually making content that is the story already been told, and I believe that they are getting grants for their films, because I don't know if y'all know it or not, but every state in the United States, even Hawaii and Alaska, has a film grant. And in that film grant, you have a minimum budget and a maximum budget. And in Texas, the minimum budget is 250,000. You have to submit your film to the film, you know, to get the grant. You have to do a bunch of work. You got to be a part of the film commission. That's one thing. So you got to pay to play. You got to have the money to be a part of. And when you have people in the film commission, they have to vote your movie in. So you ever seen the movie Tornado Sharks and stupid stuff like that? You got to remember, there is somebody on a film committee that said, "Yeah, give them $250,000," and that was another person on the film committee that submitted their movie, had all the right credentials, and because it didn't get the vote, they film didn't get funded. So it's a gamble. I had a gentleman come up to me and he kind of gave me the game on it and wanted me to gamble in on it, but I'm not at that time and at that space and time. I wasn't able to put money up nor take away from creating to create a film that may get in or may not get a budget. So it's a risk. Meaning, if you're gonna play that game, you need to
How long
already
do
have a
they have? How long
foundation.
do they have to be?
What's that?
How long do the movies have to be?
Um, they have the terms and conditions up on the like I think
Yeah.
it's like Texas, like you go to your state like Chicago Film Commission, and then you look at what the terms and this and that. But you got to have a roster. You know, you got to have a team. You got to have a manager. You got to have a director. You got to have an accountant. You need somebody in your film to. So meaning you got to have everybody already lined up, the actors, and you got to have a name written on a script, on a paper to submit, to say these people are lined up with this. Let's say, for instance, The Bloom is a movie. I gotta have the actor in it. I gotta have the wardrobe. I gotta have a list of everybody in this film, and and I have to put my budget on it. So I gotta say, well, we have a hairstylist, and we're gonna pay her for the whole movie of 52 grand to keep everybody hair going. We got to pay for a room and board. We have Yoshi Mod, which is the visual artist of it. We're paying him 38,000. We have the accountant. We're paying her 20,000 to keep up with the book. The assistant director. So you have this list of everybody on there, and it has to have the total sum of what the movie is gonna be. So if you're looking to get a movie for and you need $335,000, your list needs to add up to that amount. When you submit that package to the film commission, they're gonna vote it in. Then it goes to the mayor's desk. When it goes to the mayor's desk, he signs off on it because it goes that he controls the budget or whatever. That budget goes directly into your bank account. It'll go to Yoshi Mod bank account, $335,000, or maybe $400,000. And now I got my budget to make the film. Now with that 400,000, it a certain percentage of it has to stay within the state. So because the government is funding you, they're giving you the grant money from the state. Well, they want you to return some of that income back to the state. So what you have to do is you will let them know, of course, well, already in that proposal that you created, you already put the film locations down or where you're going to do it at, and 30% of that budget needs to go to the city. So whether we're going to have the actors living in a hotel, that's going to the city. Whether we buying the food, catering to the people, that's going to the city.
How many references do you need?
That has to do with the film commission. So I haven't got that far into it to find out.
A lot of times, that's the big. You got to have references, and
the references.
You got to and you got to know you got to have the right people and stuff like that. But
yes,
education is good, bonus is better, and you still got to try.
You still got to try.
But I know your documentary right now. It's director, producer, illustrator. Producer is Christian, and then the director is Yoshi Mod.
Well, that's because I'm not getting a grant. So if I was aiming for a grant, I'll put your name on there. I'll put Dr. Winters, master researcher, book author for this. That's the foundation. I'll put you in there somewhere. So if you getting a grant, my wife is an accountant. I'll put her on there. You on the payroll. Why not? So that's the whole thing right there. You gotta have everything lined up. You gotta have your actors, and everybody just can't put their name on the roster and not back it up. You gotta have the credentials. My wife is not an accountant just because she's good with numbers. My wife is an accountant because she has a master's degree in accounting. So if I'm the film director, then I have to register my company as a film company. So when I put it on the roster, it's going to Christ Ion Films, and the government is actually going to look at it. Now, if you a hairstylist, you got to have your credentials. Where do you work at? How long you been a hairstylist? We need to put that on there.
You got to have your certificate and all that.
Yeah, it's work. But once you get everything lined up, then that's when you can submit it. And the only reason why you will be turned down is because you don't have that connection. Now you can blame everything on that. You can say, man, I need to rub shoulders more. I'm going to have to go to these weird parties and just stand around in the mingle.
No, I can't. Oh, don't go. No, I'm glad Diddy gone.
No, we ain't glad Diddy gone. But I'm trying to give y'all an insight on what it takes to start a film, if you're looking for a grant, you can go the route of how they do it, where you GoFundMe. You can go that route. Now on GoFundMe, I can put this book up there and I can say I want to do the movie, but I have a problem with GoFundMe. If GoFundMe is for everybody, why do they take so much of a major percentage out of your funding? I mean, I'm all with GoFundMe, but it doesn't cost that much money to operate that operating system to where if you raise $10,000, they want 5% of it. It don't add up, because if everybody's on there doing what they do, the minute you want to cash out is the minute they're like, okay, give us our money. And it's like, okay, what did you do?
Yeah, but you figure at 5%, let's say you get 10,000. What? That's not about around what, 500?
500. That's
Yeah.
500. I look at it, that's $500 going to somebody that didn't do nothing. And that's part of the whole music industry, where a lot of artists is like, okay, what am I paying you for? Now, if I sold one CD, you got 1 cent off of it. But since I sold 1,000,000, you want 100,000. All right. That it has to match up to what are you doing for me. So if Gumroad, or not Gumroad, but if GoFundMe helped you out, once you reach $1,000, they're like, okay, now we're opening up more opportunities for you. We're gonna make a commercial for you to keep this going. If they did some stuff like that, I say, yeah, okay, you earning that money, but I'm just on your platform using it amongst other people. It should be a limit, like if you care. But if you don't care, you will put a percentage. But if you did care, you will say, man, one-time fee at the end of it, pay me $30, long as it keep it going. But if you want some of what I'm doing that I'm trying to benefit, and let's say, for instance, my I don't have a car to go to work. People like, man, I'm about to go put a gun fund you up, or a medical surgery for cancer or something, and your auntie is on a deathbed and y'all raise up $35,000. You want that 35,000. What happened if you need that 35 to pay for that bill, and that's it, and I'm grateful for this platform, but now you want 10,000 of it, or you
Yeah, but
want 5,000.
you would have to include that in the march. If you're going to if you know you got to pay 5%, then you want to raise
There you go. You gotta,
45,500,
that's what,
or
thank
add
y'all.
these monies into it. But again,
Better
it's
add it.
very, very difficult. I remember back in the day, we looked up, and I wrote this grant up and grant. And back in the day, and it was for what, about $500,000,
Mhm.
and so it was kind of cool, But I wrote it up so that teachers could get 1,500 every semester. So I made sure that we were going to get some of the cash,
I know that's right.
because we were hooked, So I was loved back then, man. Hey, I was the most popular teacher in school because all other
Nowadays,
money.
you can have Chat GPT to write you up a grant.
Yeah, they can,
They
that,
can. That thing can write up so much. Uh, it can. It can
yeah,
write it up. You
but
steer it in the right direction,
But
it'll
but
go
you
there.
gotta check over, because sometimes they make
You
up
gotta.
books, they make up articles and stuff. They'll make stuff up, so you have to check it to
You
make
do.
sure that you have to check to make sure that you're not sending out some stuff that ain't really supportable.
Thank you. You don't
Lo-
want to do that. Don't, and that's my point with y'all, fam. Don't rely on AI to take
Do
over your
everything.
thoughts and do
Yeah,
your work. No, it's a guide. It's
yeah,
a helper. It's an assistant. It's, you want to write a book? Do not let that mother write your book. Guide it. Let it
yeah,
know. Like, I had it to help me out with the book, but I had it to help me with separating my story so it could be formatted. You see what I'm saying? So I wrote the story, but I'm like, uh-oh, how do I
mm,
spread it out on first page, second page, and do it like that? So I kind of went in and did it a little bit, and I had ChatGPT to kind of really guide me into it, and we just start. Some of the pages was off. I had to switch it up, so it's gonna take your critiquing and getting it right. Just like with the album cover, yeah, it helped me with it, but it wouldn't have did none of this without me. I kept
Yeah.
this book in one color scheme. That ain't AI doing that. That's me doing that. That's me saying I need a color scheme for this whole book, and I picked the color scheme. I like this vibrant color. So
It's a very beautiful book, I tell you that.
thank you. A lot of people
Very
say it's
beautiful.
very beautiful. I even like looking at it half of the time. Like, man. So I'm gonna do what George Bush did. I'm gonna go to the school and I'm gonna say the goddess and I thought about it. Hey, dig this. I'm gonna make cheat sheets on the back.
Mhm.
Like cards where it has like every page in it, so I can just like stay doing this and stuff, and I ain't gotta be like,
Well, you
you
see,
know, I could just be like,
you gotta, yeah, that'd be cool. And then you could sell that as the teacher's edition.
"Da-da-da-da-da." Oh snap! Thank. All right, let me
Yeah.
write that down.
Yeah,
Man,
see, you would
man.
sell that. See, you would have a copy for the students.
Ah,
Then you would have the teacher's edition that tells the teachers how they can use it.
man, that's tight because in the new book, the serum, citrum is an instrument is right here, and I would like for people to learn about that instrument and what it does. So the sound that it makes is like a tambourine. So what it is if you look at it, these right here, it's a rod, and it has little metal other rods that go through it. And when you pull them together, it's a and they shift. So in ancient Kemet, that's the noise that it made. So this in particular goddess, she actually did it. Her name is Hathor.
Mhm.
It's Hathor. It's the original goddess. So like I said, it's Sister Andito, but the foundation of it is the goddess Hathor.
Yeah.
Believe I'm saying that right. And
But that's very exciting. I hope that you can get around to those schools and see what happens.
oh yeah, I'm finna yeah, because it has a foundation. And that's another thing, family. Whenever you're creating like a fantasy book to inspire people, to inspire your people in particular, um, use our foundation. This is when Dr. Clyde Winter's research comes in handy with modern technology in the new age, because you can pull a story from
Mhm.
one of our elders and you can create off of that the same thing that they did with Thor, the same thing that they did with the Black Panther, X-Man, um, you name them, the Superman. They took our foundation, and then what they thought they was doing was elevating it to bring about the story to more people, but in reality what they was doing was stealing a story, and the back end of it was they didn't know we'll find out the actual foundation where the story came from. So they was looking to take our story, use the foundation, because you got to remember this story right here, it resonates with us because it really happened. That's why. Y'all remember that. A lot of these stories, what they put out, make their books real good, is because they took our foundation and they tweaked it. And then they don't give respect to the foundation. But the new book, I actually put in there who the goddess is and her contributions to this book and giving thanks, just like your Fendi, your Gucci, your designs was all created in Africa, and they took it and they abused it without showing their respect to the people who created it, nor giving them anything back. And I noticed that their culture would do that to our culture 24/7. When Black History comes around, they're capitalizing on it. You think that they caring about you because they Walmart got a Black History Month shirt, or Walmart is put Snoop Dogg on there and he's black and he's doing this thing. No, they're not doing that because of that. They're doing that because they see money. All right. Walmart nowadays sell caskets. I repeat, Walmart sells caskets online. It's not because they want to make sure you go out and you're having a good Walmart day and you died, because they ain't care about none of that. It's to make money. So
Yes.
if Walmart seen the significance in making money off of this and they can benefit from it some kind of way, they will push this book. No ifs, ands, or buts. So don't never think that these corporations are backing us up because they have our products there. They're backing us up. They're not backing us up at all. What they're doing is just having the product there, and we not able to have that product, and our market is not convenient, so they take on it, and make it
Yeah.
theirs. That's exactly what they do. Tennis shoes, clothing, books, fashion,
Yeah, and the thing is
whatever.
this, that it's sad to say, a lot of times you have to sell your product because you can't produce it. So you say, okay, I'll sell it so I can make a little bit of the money, but you'll never make all the money that they're going to make. That's just the way the system is set up. That's what CRT is all about. Number one, they hate you. Number two, they want to destroy you. Number three, they create a system in which they're going to win.
They're
And
gonna
because
win.
they created a system called racism, you're gonna get a little money, but you're never gonna get as much as you really deserve.
No, you're never. You're never gonna. And the Wayne's brothers said it. You got everybody saying that. The only way how you're gonna get your money and more, if you do what Sophia Stewart did, sue they ass. If you can sue they tail, you'll get everything and more. Sophia Stewart, shout out to you. $3 billion.
Yeah,
She
well,
won.
I respect the sister because they didn't want to pay her, but somehow she was able to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be back in the day. I used to be writing shit, saying, "Damn, steal it, steal it, steal it." They wouldn't steal it.
Please.
Or the people who steal it ain't got no damn money.
Ain't got no bread.
Damn, they ain't got
I don't
no
want to
bread.
cease and desist. I want you to keep using it and pay me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make
ain't
even
no.
more money on it.
Yeah, don't cease and desist. Nah, pay,
Yeah,
use and pay, use and
yeah.
pay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what we want, family. That's what we want. But thank you, Dr. Clyde, for bringing me up on here. I want to address something real quick that ain't got nothing to do with too much, but it's heavy on my heart.
What's that?
It's to really help anybody that's in the community that is a part of this organization to kind of uh, learn, well, press the question and learn more about it. And it made me back up. All right. So I'm going to address a individual that rubbed me the wrong way just 2 days ago. And I want to let the whole FBA B1 community know this. All right. B1 FBA community. Do we owe anybody anything? Meaning, Malcolm X did what Malcolm X did. Do you think Malcolm X said, well, y'all owe me because of what I did? Do you think Martin Luther King said, y'all owe me because of what I did? Let's go to right now. Dr. Clyde, do you believe that the B1 community owe you for anything that you have done?
No, I don't
Now,
believe they owe me anything.
thank you. I came across a gentleman that I looked up to in a sense as far as their intellectual abilities, their attributes, and I seen in the 90s what they did. And I appreciated that. I seen the debates that they put on. But when I was talking to this individual, the individual said this, and I quote, "The black community owes me." And I said, "You're saying that the whole black community owes you?" He said, "Yes, y'all owe me. And I say, what do we owe you? Because I came out with the equation Gij, comma J equals 0. And I said, I'm grateful that God gave you the intellect and used you as a vessel to deliver this message to us, but we don't owe you a damn thing. And I'm letting you know that off top. We don't owe you nothing. We didn't owe you nothing, and we don't owe you nothing now, and you will never receive nothing. For you to open your mouth and allow my ears to receive that message, shame on you. And nothing good will come out what you do until you actually accept the fact that we don't owe you nothing.
But if you notice, I don't see the brother, really trying to promote it, really
No, he's
trying
not.
to,
He's not,
really
because
trying
he's
to stand on it.
He's looking for us to do it. And I heard it from his mouth to my ears. So do I still embrace? Yeah, I embrace Geiger. It ain't about Geiger. Geiger had nothing to do with nothing. Gij, comma J ain't got nothing to do with anything. I have a problem with people that do what, I'm gonna throw another name out. Malachi do. People that do, let me throw another name out. Nature Boy do. These are the same people. People that do like what, let me throw another name out. Young Pharaoh do. They all get this status and want you to praise them. Want you to do things that ain't got shit to do with they teaching. They want you to comply to things that ain't got nothing to do with the lessons. To all you spiritual high priestess out there who are looking for Padawans and who are using the Padawans as, I'm gonna teach you how to be a priestess, but I need you to carry my bag. I need you to be in every meeting. I need you to be a fool. I need you to I need you to listen to the lessons and take care of your family, do what you got to do. These are people who abuse what is given. And I vow to never be in that position to do nothing like that. You know how they say what Jesus said, man, God was like, man, did they praise you? Why they praising you? And Jesus like, man, I don't know what they do behind my back. Well, Jesus was humble. These people wants to know what you're doing behind their back. They want you to praise them. They want you to put them on a pedestal. And guess what? You're not gonna get on that pedestal. We won't allow it. It's not righteous. It's not the way to do it. And I talked to the man, like I don't have no hate in me. I talked to the old man and I asked him, I said, hey man, what happened to you doing it off the strength for your people? He say, we all need to get paid for it. And I put in I got a loan for doing it, and y'all owe me for the loan, and it takes money to get up here and for me to go out and do it, and y'all owe me. And I said, well, you fell for you, man. You went out there. People thought you was doing a good deed for us, and you was looking to get paid. Your intentions was wrong.
But see,
So,
but there's a price you pay. There's a price you pay because I know I know that I'll always believe that people was always coming at my job. The only thing was that I was working for the Chicago Board of Education, and since I was working for the Board of Education, I had tenure. And I had tenure, and I had worked for years, and so then I don't think that they couldn't really go for that job. But then, I'll always feel that they went to get me off other spots and other things. But it's a price you pay. I'm not going to tell you a lie. It's the price you pay for loving your people.
Yeah,
it's a price you pay for fighting for your people.
You told me that.
See,
you said that.
That's why I tell you got to be two individuals. You
did.
You got to be Yoshi Mod one place, Christian another. Because see, the thing is that there's a price you pay, and luckily I had a very good wife. All praise on to God, and she stood by me. A lot of women or men would leave your ass all the shit you had to go through, and they saying, "Damn, you could." My wife used to always say, "Clyde, if you just wrote Chinese history." Write Chinese history, you could be rich. But I said I like that in a way, but I love this more, But that's where they'll pay you the money. But see, that's the whole point is that money is very important. And I'll never say I don't need money, because I used to tell my wife I don't need money. She said, "Well, give me the money." But I like to go to the social club, my social club, and it costs money, so I can't do that.
No, you can't.
But the thing is, this is that you had to go out there, you had to do this, and a lot of people that they just don't understand. But I'm not telling anybody to do this, because there's a price you pay, and I paid a heavy price for this, in terms of people hating you and always having to pray. I was thinking the other day, my son used to always say, "Pops, why don't you have any guns around the crib?" I said, "Well, I said everybody should have a shotgun or a pistol." But I said, "But the main thing is this." I said, "Don't you forget, though, is that if somebody get on the roof, somebody get behind a tree, somebody get under the car, they can shoot you and you'll never know it. Like in Chicago, at least once a week or twice a week, you had these shootouts where somebody had a gun, and then some other people, in a sense, was trying to rob them. Sometimes they win, sometimes the robber win.
Yeah.
But the whole point is this: is that's because of these mean streets. But when it comes to loving your people, loving Black people, there's a price you pay. There is a price. But the thing is this: I don't mind paying that price, but I wouldn't advise everybody to do that, because everybody's woman is not going to stay with them.
No, that's right.
You ain't got shit,
and that's real. And I'm happy that, and so we're in the 21st century or whatever, and I witnessed a person who had the gas to go out and confront in them times Jim Crow, and really make themselves known to be the greatest Black mathematician there is. And then I noticed that all that stopped, and they felt like they shouldn't have to do it no more. And the research doesn't change, but what I know is that like how he said that there were only two people that Einstein gave the equation to and handed off the baton. And them two people were the only people that understood the equation fully. And he, from what I know, is his organization has a factuation with Jewish mathematicians rather than being who he wants to be. He follows the Jewish tradition on every level. As much as he talks about Jim Crow and all that, the Jewish people really gets to him. And he really wants his people to do what the Jewish people did to Einstein.
But see, but you had to understand, man, is that it is a very lonely place.
It's lonely.
Because,
Thank you.
Because see, I went for years. I went for years being called that black man. And this is by Black people.
By Black people.
People would be afraid to be around me. I would go to conferences, and there was some faking people who people recognized as the so-called authorities. They wasn't shit. They wasn't really trying to fight it, but people supported them because they had their own little cliques. And see, people, they created their clique, and when they created their clique, they maintained it. I've always been kind of a loner, and because I've been kind of a loner, and I don't follow the crowd, it can be kind of hard out there. But at the same time, I'm really proud that I've been able to put my work out there. I've been able to publish 200 or 300 articles, and like now they're about to
stop.
Yeah, I didn't stop, and like some of the brothers that are going to the international court to try to get justice for Aboriginal Black people, they're using my articles that I did on genetics, to try to support their brief. A brief is what you write whenever you go to court. You have to write a document called a brief to support your theories that you want the court to hear. Mm-hmm. And before the court will hear these theories, they had to be written up in a brief. And some of the people that are fighting to get on the at the international courts and stuff, they're using my research. So I'm very happy about that. But the point is this: is that there is a price. I would not tell anybody. I would not tell anybody to go into this work without them understanding that there's a price you pay, that you will have a lot of enemies, and these enemies will not be white folk.
Mm-hmm. It
Because white
sounds
people,
sad. It sounds
yeah,
sad. You're gonna pay that price.
right. Because white people don't give a damn if you love
No,
your
they don't.
history, because they love their history. They
There
don't
you
give
go.
a damn if you love your people, because they love their people.
They love their people.
But
Come on.
there's people, especially there's some rich black people with plenty of money.
Yeah.
But they always be afraid that if they help you, that somehow their white friend is gonna know, and somehow they're gonna lose that friendship. You know, we are the most scariest. A lot of black people, especially a lot of rich black people, are so scary, and these black people have fears. They have fears. A lot of these black millionaires, and they look like they feel as a white man in the closet.
Yeah.
Where's a white man? There's a white man in a sense that's got a camera in their house, and they be so afraid that if they help another black person, that your white friends don't give a damn about what you do.
No, they
Let
don't.
me tell you, your white friends love their people, and they don't care, and they laugh at your ass. They laugh at our billionaires and intellectuals. You know, like they was having this brother, and Dyson, Eric Dyson, I think his name is, and he's supposed to be fighting for black people, and he trying to rap to this white woman who is damn enemy and stuff. Yeah, and she put him on Front Street, because he, trying to be a creeper, But the whole point is this: is that it is, I can always say that if you look at my work, like I had stuff on YouTube since 2006. I got over 400 videos there. You will see that my work has always been Afrocentric. My work has always been to the point. And if you do a Google search, the first thing gonna come up, they're gonna say, "This Clyde Winters is the biggest racist in the world."
Yeah.
And this guy's a liar. But see, the guy who writes this, he has Rational Wiki, and do you know he's made it so that they will not publish a wiki page on me. If you go to Wikipedia and try to write a Wikipedia page on Dr. Winters, they won't write it. They got one for Francis Wells and all type of people, but he will not do that. But see, the other ones outlasted. Maybe I'll outlast him.
Yeah.
But the thing is, but that's just to show you, because the thing that Europeans never liked about me, Yoshi, was that I could bring the receipts. I could bring the proof. That's why I learned a whole lot of different languages. But the thing is, this is that if we had an intellectual professional class, just like the Oriental Institute. The Oriental Institute was made by the man who founded Oriental Institute. He went around saying that there were black skinned white folk. Now think about this. He went around to people and they were black skinned white folks that built Egypt. And can you give me money? And they gave this man tons of money to build Oriental Institute. You see? We forget that all the so-called experts on Egyptology, these were just regular laymen. These were just regular white folks who learned how to speak the Egyptian language, and had a little money to do research. You see?
They had that money to do research.
Yeah.
They a lot of them, like somebody said, Yoshi, you need a Patreon. You and Dr. Clyde need a Patreon. We need somebody that'll pay you for doing the work. And that is a lot of us that are doing the work. We would love that, especially Dr. Clyde Winters. If Dr. Clyde Winters had somebody that'll pay his mortgage, pay for his food, he ain't got to worry about his phone bill or nothing. No internet bill, no gas, no nothing. Dude wouldn't get out the books. Amazon would be like, how many are you gonna goddamn me make this week? I mean, we still got one processing. You are already doing another one. I mean, Amazon gonna get and reach out to this brother, but that's what I'm saying.
I have a good Patreon. My
good.
Patreon followers, they're pretty good. They're the ones that help me to buy articles to do my Thursday show. I have a good collection of Patreon people.
That's good.
They've even given me some ideas on how to do certain shows or how to produce.
That's
they
nice.
allow me the finances to be able to buy books. You know, Cash App and $5, $10, that's okay. But
Yeah.
when you got people who are giving you monthly money,
Monthly.
that helps even that helps even
Thank
better. So
thanks to all mine. I appreciate y'all so much. Every month y'all help me out and do for me. I really appreciate it. Really
yeah,
appreciate it. Y'all know
and
who y'all are, especially like I said, Teresa Miller. Boy, I tell you, she go hard. And Greg West, thank you so much. He been a member, and I really appreciate it. So a lot of y'all out there, y'all been helping me out behind closed doors, and it's not. Come on, well, I see it, and I'm in gratitude. But that really helps out. So yeah, Patreon. I didn't know what Patreon meant, really, but a Patreon is somebody that believes in you so much
right,
that wanna just make sure you continue to do what you do
right,
without distractions.
right,
What's distracting you in your life? And a lot of times when us creators that create on a high level of performance, our main distraction is income.
yeah. You
That's
know,
it.
it's income, making sure that the mortgage is paid, making sure people
Yep.
eat.
There
You
you
know,
go.
the
That's it.
you know, I was lucky. I'll praise on to God. I was lucky that my wife, as long as I paid total attention to her and got the bills paid, she didn't care what I did with the
Wow.
rest of the money.
Ain't
You
that
know,
nice?
but I
Ain't that
had to make sure I paid attention to her.
no, that's right.
You
You
know,
better.
and so I miss my baby doll a whole lot.
I know that's right.
But the thing in a sense is that and you know I wrote my my memoir Pathfinder. In my memoir Pathfinder, I talk about my wife and how she helped me to do this
Yeah.
because you can't do this alone. You know,
No.
it's nothing like having a good woman behind you because see, as I tell everybody every time I get a chance, if you do a Google search right now, if you do a Google search right now and you put up slavery and slave rebellions or slavery punishment, they're going to show none but mainly about 95% of the pictures are of white men beating black women because they did not want us to be with our women.
Mm-mm.
They did not want black men and black women to be together because they know that when you got a good black woman, that woman gives you power. I look at
Man.
all these silly ass videos and they talk about what do the women bring to the table and you know things like that. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, when you look at Judge Joe Brown, and he was married 29 years and his wife divorced him.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
what can you say? It's kind of hard. It's
Yeah.
kind of hard, and then most of the time when those women quit you, they go find somebody that's not as good as you were. But again,
Right.
they're happy because I guess they're getting the attention, you know.
There you go.
And,
The intention.
but I don't attack anybody. If you get a divorce and you can't make it, I don't have nothing to say about that because people deserve to do what they feel is best for them. And if you feel in your relationship you need to move on, fine. No use holding somebody back. But the point is this is that there's a price you pay to be Afrocentric. There's a price you pay to love your people.
It is.
And and again, I'm grateful to God that I do have a good Patreon. I can buy new books when I had to buy them. I bought a book a couple of weeks ago, $125.
Mm.
But it was a book on the government. I want to do a thing on the government.
Wow.
And I got the book because I wanted to have the latest
You
information.
see? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Baba, you steady working. You ain't nowhere in your bone where you're like, well, Yoshi, I think I'm just gonna chill and let y'all do it. And I'm not gonna give y'all anything no more. I just want y'all to keep on pushing the stuff. Just keep on pushing it. Just keep on push. You're like, nah, I'm still if I can still move my hands and my feet, then I'm about to go in. What's up? We doing
Right.
another book? Man, I'm trying to learn about this now. I mean, what I didn't even know I had this one in me. I'm finna write this one. I'm finna do this. So it's an encouragement. But getting back to what today is really about. Sorry, I got y'all sidetracked on do we owe anybody. I'm happy that everybody agree with me that we don't owe nobody anything. And one thing Baba did tell me, Dr. Clyde told me, he said, man, you think God brought you down here to judge you? Do you really think that? You think that the whole purpose for you to go down here and then he just go ahead and just get the judge? Say, man, no, we agreed to do this. We agreed.
Yeah.
So if you're going against what you agreed to do when you came down here, and you're saying that because somebody told you that you are the closest thing to God, and that one person told you that, you took that and ran with it. Dr. Winters is the closest thing to God. My mom is the closest thing to God. My son is the closest thing to God. I know many that are the closest things to God. I am close to God. So for anybody to think that they're jumping an anarchy to be, no, I'm the closest and no one can be closer to God than me.
But we all recognize the greatest God of all. And the greatest God is Aman. Aman. Because every time we close our prayers, if you're a Muslim, Christian,
no matter
we always say
Amen.
Amen. Amen. And that's you're calling Amen. You're calling Amen. 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 And see, but the point is this, is that we have to understand is that there is a price you pay.
There is.
But it's, and you don't want your family to suffer. No, you don't want your family to suffer. But the thing is this, is that, and I'm going to tell you this, family, is that you can have hard times in the trenches, but God knows what you're doing, and God will make it better. God will make it easier. And God will allow you to bring the stuff out. Because see, this isn't even the book that I told him that he should publish. He's got another book too that's even prettier than this.
Sure.
Yes, I like pretty things. And the book is just so gorgeous, you know. But again, what's one of the last things you want to say about the Bloom before we end this show?
The Bloom, y'all check it out. It's on Amazon right now. If y'all rock with me and Dr. Clyde Winters, and y'all see the inspiration, and y'all know that can't no harm come out of what we produce, and y'all know that to be true, pick up the Bloom, pick up Dr. Clyde Winters' books. This book right now is $9.99 as of today. You know, I'm going to talk to Dr. Clyde Winters to see what's a good price to put it, because I don't know how to market this. I know how to market music and videos, but this is new up my alley. And I do want to give it to every little child that I see. Every little girl that I see should have this book. Alongside that, you got more books from me coming, but really, y'all check this out. It's about Sister Andito. Y'all look it up. Look up Sister Andito on Spotify. Y'all can listen to the music. Look her up on YouTube. I'm going to put a new video out. We're going to be really pushing Sister Andito in November. She's already worldwide right now with the music. It takes a while for United States to get down with the get down, because it's so positive that, United States want to drag you through the mud just a little bit.
Maybe one day you might invite her to the show.
One day I need to. I already talked to the producer of the album, and he already agreed to coming on. So I'm gonna have to bring him on in, man.
Maybe him and her. But again, sure. You guys, thank you for coming this week, and get the Bloom.
Get parents looking for a story that would not only captivate your little one's imagination, but would also teach valuable lessons. The Bloom, bedtime story for the young at heart, takes your child on a magical journey to ancient Kemet, where the goddess Sister Andito brings life, love, and healing. Through this enchanting tale, your child will learn the importance of nature, compassion, and positivity, all while discovering the rich history of Kemet. It's a story that inspires self-mastery and love for the world around them, making it the perfect bedtime read for little dreamers. Available on Amazon now, The Bloom not only nurtures young minds, but also supports the FBA community. Grab your copy right now and give your child the gift of adventure of learning. Order The Bloom today on Amazon. Thank you. Hotel. Yeah. Right now, it's time to wrap everything up, you dig? Yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Dr. Clyde Winters, Den and 9. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody, all y'all support. Y'all like, subscribe, and share this. You dig it? Yoshi, you've been invited to the Den and 9. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the Den and 9. Yeah, Dr. Clyde Winters in the Yoshi Mod. Intro, outro to the Den and 9. We gon' see it, so have dinner now. Yeah, raise your head while I put them down. B1 on that Den and 9. FB8 on that Den and 9. FBB on that Den and 9. It's all about unity on that Den and 9. My indigenous folks on that Den and 9. All my Africans rise on that Den and 9. Rise up on that Den and 9. And don't forget to subscribe to Den and 9.
The only thing that can save you is B1, B1, B1 to fight K.